Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your Astrology for Growth reading for this month. I'm a clairaudient channel and an intuitive reader, and I do these readings once a month for you so that you have a little heads up on your growth, on what the themes are for you this month, what energies you'll be working with, and where the lessons are. I say they're for this month, but these readings do tend to be timeless. Sometimes they're a month ahead in a prophetic kind of way. So I do invite you to check back in with this reading as the month goes on. You might hear something a little different. It might click a different way. So last thing, there are a lot more informations for you. There is a lot more information for you in the description below. Links to the extendeds, to my website, to private readings, and more. So you're more than welcome to check that out. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, 3 theme cards for you. We've got the World, got 8 of Wands, we've got 8 of Swords. Okay, this is interesting. I'm going to read these separately, but if I were reading them in a flow, it's funny. It's like I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it. I get it. All right. So there's really interesting things going on. That 8 of Swords is an energy that is playing off of the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Swords is saying, I can't do this. I don't want to do it. I don't know how. I'm not good enough. It's keeping yourself from doing what you know you can actually do. There's no reason why you shouldn't have confidence in this ability to do. But this 8 of Swords kind of goes around. It feels a little bit like a dark blackish, dark grayish. It's kind of like a coil that it just kind of hits you sometimes, and you find it immobilizing to step forward. So we have that going on. And the 8 of Swords also asks the question, is this getting me to where I need to go? Am I getting to where I need to go? And when you find yourself in those places, sometimes it's good to just identify, oh, I'm in that coil again, or oh, I'm in that gray again. That way you don't get fully stuck in there. Fascinating about this card, she's able to get out anytime she wants, but she stays stuck. She keeps herself blocked. And the 8 of Wands is the total absence of any of that block. It's like, I'm going for it. I'm just going to put myself out there. And so, Gemini, you've got these conflicting energies going. You've got one saying, I can't, I won't. And the other saying, yeah, I can, I will, I do. So they're both 8s, which I find really interesting because they're equally strong within you, Gemini. And then what's interesting next is that we have the World, which in this card is lovingly represented by a hermaphrodite. So we've got the 2 sides. You've got the 2-sidedness going on. So Gemini, what this is actually working with duality so that is neither one nor the other, but a blend of both. Okay? So there may be a limitation that you're sensing that is actually accurate. So then if that's a limitation, does that mean that you'd never take action? No, it means that you take action within that limitation, and then you learn how to take action to overcome the limitation. So it's neither, but you're working with both energies, you see. This is neither masculine or feminine. The hermaphrodite is both. It's a balanced energy of having everything. And I also love the way this card is because we've got swords on top and we've got wands on the bottom. That's what we've got here. Swords on top, wands on the bottom. All right, so this is a really interesting concept because we tend to always think of black or white, either or, but what about gray? It's a little bit of both. So Gemini, it's a little bit of those doubts are founded, but not totally, not to prevent you from action. Likewise, if you just jump into action without thinking about it or without some kind of caution, your actions are foolhardy or impulsive, that doesn't lead you to the right place either. So you really will find such a joy and a fluidity when you can learn to integrate and blend the two limitations, the two opposites, the dualities that you find yourself dealing with. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to do a different spread now. Sometimes these two spreads relate, and in some readings they're kind of separate, but I'll explain as I go. All right, we're starting with the sun. 4 of water comes up, 10 of fire, I believe 9 of earth. These do relate together. Okay, so you're wanting success, and Gemini, I am feeling like you're wanting the easy way out. That's our sun here. Wanting things to work out in the most easy way possible, and that accounts for some of that touch and go, like, oh, nope, I can't, it's a limitation, I'm just not going to at all. All right, or jumping into action without thinking, because thinking would require a little bit more effort. So we're looking for that easy way forward, but in the environment, okay, now why would we get the message that the environment doesn't really care? So I'll tell you what's coming through. I'm not quite sure how to interpret it. It's like the environment isn't helping or hurting you. You don't really have a role model here. You don't have someone championing you or holding you back. There's just kind of this about what you're doing. So this is very much a solo journey that you find yourself on. Okay, and that may be part of the reason why sometimes one or the other is taking hold. I'm going to leave that card there. It's a little confusing. 10 of Wands, or 10 of fire. That is your obstacle that you're creating for yourself. The belief that it's too hard and that you can't do it. And these two are really conflicting with each other. The desire for the easy way and the belief that it's too hard. You're discounting a lot of ways which actually are not too hard. They're actually accessible to you, but it's your mindset that's telling you they're too hard. So I invite you to go back, and I think that's what this 4 of water is saying as well, without judging or discounting your options so quickly. Go back to them and really examine them again. Okay, because there is a way out that is neither too hard nor too easy, but it's the Goldilocks is just right for you. And that's our wisdom. Find the path that is comfortable. It's not going to feel comfortable going completely on your actions. It's not going to be completely comfortable holding yourself back. There is a comfortable way forward, but again, I feel as though you've discarded it. So go back and look, Gemini. All right. I'm going to continue drawing cards and creating an extended reading. That is, if I can get words to string together in a sentence for you. If you'd like to follow me over, please go to the description and click on the first link you see, which is Rent the Extended, and I'll see you over there.